So, on today's episode of The Closing Table with the Money Guys, we will be talking about Shark Tank's most successful ventures.
Down by the river in a van. Tune in. Welcome to the Closing Table with the Money Guys, Sidney Young and Jared Parrish. This episode is being brought to you by Allura Financial, AlluraFinancial.com, your source for real estate investment funding. Now, presenting the Money Guys. All right. Sit down. Put your mask on in the back row back there.
Right. Everybody got to make sure they keep their mask on.
Well, welcome to the Closing Table with the Money Guys. My name's Sidney Young.
And Jared Parrish.
We're the Money Guys, and we got your money. This show is being brought to you by Allura University, AlluraUniversity.com. Look it up, get smart, and you never know what happens.
Right? Learn some stuff that you wouldn't find in your regular licensing programs.
That's right.
Learn the knowledge of the Money Guys.
The knowledge. Man, we're broadcasting live from downtown Houston. You can see the traffic going by in the background. See Christina back there hard at work. Just everything's live here today. You know, Jared, you're live too, right?
At least last time I checked.
I tell you, we're in good spirits today. We got a lot of stuff happening. We're wheeling and dealing. We got a wholesale. Our wholesale game is really starting to amp up, man.
And the activity is definitely there. And starting tomorrow, we can go to a restaurant without having to wear a mask.
Oh, you can, but the restaurant's gonna throw you out if you don't put it on.
No, certain restaurants might, but no. Yeah. The mask mandate is now as of tomorrow, and multiple states are getting onto that. And the CDC,
it's really not changed anything though.
The masks?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it changes something.
You can walk outside here and not wear a mask, but I could have done it anyway. Police weren't enforcing it.
No, it's not necessarily that, but like, you know, if you go someplace, say like the other day, I went to the gas station and I was going to go in, you know, buy a soda or something. And I forgot my mask. I'm about to walk in. It's like, shit.
Now, you see, the flip side of that coin is the business can put up a sign that says mask required. And when you walk in, they say, sir, you must put on a mask to be here. Yeah. And you either put on a mask or you leave. So,
which is their right.
And that's exactly what takes place right now anyway. So only difference is some business say, hey, mask optional. That's the only thing that's changed in it.
Yep.
So it's not a big celebration, but it's a start.
Hey, you know, that's my thing.
There you go.
Because it's a sign of change. Sign of change. Things getting back to normal.
Things getting better.
I'm just happy to see that.
I'm with you. Man, speaking of sign of changes, it's, what do you call it, Q1 or 1Q? What do you call it?
Q1, quarter one.
You know, you're going to be in a van down by the river. Okay, I watched Chris Farley on YouTube last night. Anyway, back to Q1.
Well, I think we've fallen a little short on our projections for Q1, but we're still.
Well, we had some obstacles we didn't anticipate, like a freaking blizzard.
No joke, but most of the country has dealt with snow at least some point. Houston gets a couple inches, and it's just like, nope, shutting down. Can't handle it.
It was like 3 inches of snow, and then the temperatures for several days were in the teens.
Yeah.
You know.
And in Canada, they're like, it's negative 21. It must be terrible down there in the 30s.
But it did knock business in the dirt for a little bit. Good news is, I'm a firm believer in multiple income streams. If you learn nothing, always have multiple income streams. If you work a 9-to-5 job, that's income stream number one. You better find you a number 2, a number 3. Yeah. Always have multiple income streams.
And search for something that has passive income. Passive income.
Real estate.
Not something that you're really working on every day, but it just slowly kicks in. Like, for instance, like with real estate, with rental properties, passive income. They're paying the rent every month.
Yep. Wholesaling. I mean, that wholesaling has been so good to us, man. Where you are in Q1, we're wholesaling deals. We're getting contracts done. We're doing deals, and it's
moving
fun.
And shaking.
It's moving and shaking. Down by the river. Won't do more Chris Farley. Anyway, so what's today's show going to be?
We've got an interesting show today. Oh. Not our typical theme song.
Oh, you threw me off, man.
So, one of your favorite shows.
I love Shark Tank.
Love watching Shark Tank. So today we're going to be discussing the most successful businesses that came out of Shark Tank.
Mr. Cuban stuff.
Yeah, Cuban, Mr. Wonderful, and Lloyd Grenier.
You know why I like Mr. Wonderful? He's direct with people.
Oh, yeah.
You're freaking dead to me.
Yeah, I know. He makes an offer, which is pretty close to what they're asking for. And they're like, no, I'm not willing to. He goes, fine, you're dead to me. Get off my stage.
And another thing I love about him is he'll tell them, you take my offer or don't take it. And then, well, I want to explore other offers. They explore other offers, and those offers go away. And he says, now I've become more valuable to you. My offer has changed.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Oh, I know. I mean, he's probably one of my favorite sharks.
He is, man.
Mr. Wonderful. Yeah.
He's the Simon Cowell from the old American
Oh,
Idol
yeah.
of the Shark Tank.
Yeah, before they kind of wussified
Yeah, now
Simon.
you can't really cut people down on
Yeah,
TV.
his Simon Cowell's insults were just awesome.
Yeah, they were. Well, he didn't have no empathy for him. He didn't have no,
No, I mean, for a lot of people have problems delivering bad news or rejecting someone.
I don't.
And we all know that you don't.
No, I mean,
we all know that you don't. Fuck that motherfucker. But
what, the deal's been denied? Can I call him? No.
I know. But with Simon Cowell, I mean, once you get into that routine, because I mean, how many people is he going to accept that he sees audition?
Oh yeah.
1%, 2%. I mean, it's so he's into this pattern of rejecting people, and then he sees these people coming in knowing full well that they've got zero talent.
Yeah.
And some of the insults were just classic.
Yeah.
But, I know.
So we're going to deal with Shark Tank successes, correct?
Yes. So starting with the first one.
And first into the tank is
We've got number 8. This is the Sleep Styler.
Never heard of it.
So Sleep Styler, not that you or I would ever use it.
Yeah.
So these are basically really big, cushiony hair rollers. So instead of so when women are curling their hair, they have the curling irons. They get really hot. Like on the infomercials, how it's black and white. And they're like, oh. So that's the idea of this one. It's these big cushiony hair rollers. They roll their hair up when they go to bed, and this way they wake up in the morning. They take the curlers out, and they've got these.
Well, ain't that
nice
what women
curly
used to do
hair.
back in the 70s anyway?
Yeah, but I mean, I remember seeing some of them that were actually heated. They'd have to plug them in. But yes, women would go to bed with their curlers in, but those curlers were plastic or metal.
Oh.
And it's kind of difficult to sleep on those. A little uncomfortable, you know what I mean?
Oh.
So this one is nice and cushiony. It's soft. And now, I said the most successful, didn't I?
Yes.
Didn't I?
Yes, you
My
did.
little David Letterman. Top 10. So this is the heat-free hair rollers.
Heat-free.
So the shark that actually bit on this one, no pun intended, is Lori Grenier with QVC.
Okay.
So she bought in for $75,000 for 25 stake in the company.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, the sales are averaging $100 million a year.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yes. So we give a little
Wow.
cha-ching to them.
$100 million a
$100
year?
million, yeah. And out of the top 8, that's number 8.
Wow. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, for something, like to me, it's novelty. I know a lot of women may use that on a regular basis. Hard for me to kind of sympathize.
Have you ever read the Shark Tank contract?
No.
I've read the
I was never
contract.
presented one.
I read it. I don't know how it got sent to me, but I read it. Whether you get a
Well, you
deal
said
or
you
not.
had a friend that was on Shark Tank.
Travis Perry with a Cord Buddy.
Cord Buddy.
He's talk Travis all the time. But if you go to Shark Tank, even if you don't get a deal, the producers of Shark Tank get a percentage of your business.
Yeah, because they keep calling it free advertisement. Like, these guys are on here just for free advertisement. It's like, shit ain't free.
It ain't free. No.
I mean, that's probably one of the biggest moneymaker shows right now.
Oh, man.
Because, I mean, not only,
Could you imagine being able to say as seen on Shark Tank?
Oh, I know a lot of them. Well,
Dude.
I've seen one of the trucks that drives around Houston. They sell lobster rolls.
Oh, yeah. They're out in the woodlands, too.
Yeah, and that was on Shark
Maine
Tank.
lobster.
Maine lobster.
And like ours, we could say as seen on Shark Tank and misspell the word tank, and nobody ever know.
Yep. Seen on Shark Tanks.
Tanks.
They just go out and put a sticker on the Shark Tank. See, I
on Shark Tank.
Told you.
What else we got, man?
All right, so the number 7.
Give them time to walk down that aisle. The door's open. Hi, Sharks.
I've got something special for you. A lot of them get really emotional.
Oh, wait.
There's more. Or are you ready to join the team? So we've got the Bouqs.
The who?
The Bouqs.
Spell it.
The Bouqs.
Bouqs. Okay, never heard of it.
So the product, he's an online seller of flowers. He partners with eco-friendly local farms. So ultimately it's a lot like 1-800-Flowers, but it's just an online thing. And their kind of roundabout pitch is it's coming straight from the local farmers, straight to you. How they work out the logistics there, I'm not sure. But the shark that bit is Rob Herjavec.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like Rob. He's the nicest one.
He is very nice. Yeah.
But yeah, he bought into it.
How much?
Actually, it doesn't even say here.
Really?
Yeah, he says Canadian entrepreneur Robert Herjavec invested 3 years later after purchasing flowers from the Bouqs for his wedding.
But you see, here's the thing. He's a very wealthy man. He can buy the unique flowers and get sent to him. How can they compete with 1-800-Flowers and all these simple places?
So actually, I think that's the little caveat here, because I don't think they got an offer on the show. Because it says here that he invested 3 years later after he used Bouqs to buy the flowers for his wedding.
Which is a pretty convenient thing that you can be in that position that you see a decent business. You go, you know what? I bet you I can become a partner, just knock on the doors. Hey, let me in.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I find interesting about this one and a few other businesses that are similar to that is they frame themselves as if it's kind of retail, okay? But their front is retail, but their application, they actually have a bigger, I guess, potential in sales on the commercial aspect. Because, like, if you read right there about how he bought his flowers for his wedding, you've got wedding planners. You've got funeral homes. You've got event coordinators. You've got all these things, which would be more of a commercial aspect as opposed to someone just trying to buy doghouse flowers.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
You know what I mean?
Guess what time it is?
What is it?
Speaking
Time
of
already?
Commercial aspect.
How about businesses that aren't successful anymore?
Here's a very unsuccessful business. And we'll be right back. Don't go away.
If you're trying to decide how much power you need, how much speed, if you're trying to decide how many megabytes or gigabytes, or even what a gigabyte is, and if you're trying to decide what's the right price to pay, there's only one decision to make. Computer City, where you'll get Microsoft's Windows 95 with full, fast, 32-bit multi-threading, multitasking, and one-button application access. Computer City. You can't make a wrong decision when you go to the right store.
Hi, welcome back. That was a very unsuccessful business as one of our defunct unsuccessful commercials.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Close Table Money Guys. We're going to be talking about the successful ventures on Shark Tank.
Yes, the top 8 most successful ventures.
And we're on number
6.
Number
6, we've got Tipsy Elves.
Tipsy Elves. Oh, my God. I'm afraid to even ask that.
Because some of the products out here are crazy. No, this one's
bunch of short people with drinks in their hands.
You know what? That's exactly what I imagined. Like, that's like an HR nightmare. So
did they use them on that show with Leonardo DiCaprio? What's it called? What's it called?
No, that's not the same type.
What was that show called, man? You know,
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. They threw the elves.
I don't think they call them elves.
Oh.
But anyway, the product is holiday-themed apparel. They're ugly sweaters. Okay, you know, people go to ugly sweater parties.
Yeah.
Okay, so
ugly
typically
sweater parties.
You never heard of an ugly sweater party?
No.
So ugly sweater party is ultimately you go to your local thrift store and you go through the Christmas sweaters.
Yeah.
Find a Christmas sweater from, you know, mid 80s or 70s or something, looks like complete utter dog shit.
Yeah.
Take it home, wash it, and you wear that to a party, and you have parties about who has the ugliest sweater. So anyway, that's coming from thrift stores, right? So there's such a market for that. I like their ingenuity. So they're producing ugly sweaters. You know, a lot of them have like a joke theme on it or something like that. I mean, they're goofy, they're funny. It's a niche market, but still, I find that pretty interesting. The shark that bid on this one, once again, Mr. Robert Herjavec.
Really? How much?
$100,000 for a 10% stake.
In ugly sweaters?
An ugly sweater. So he evaluated it at $1 million.
Jeez.
Now, how well are the Tipsy L's doing right now?
Oh God! Don't tell me. No, do tell me.
They were doing $600,000 a year before appearing on Shark Tank.
Jeez.
And right now, as of right now, they have generated $125 million in sales.
Oh my God! In ugly sweaters.
Yes, in ugly sweaters. Did you realize? I told you there's a market for that. $125 million.
How about ugly people? I could join.
Right? A lot of people could join that. That'd be one hell of a dating app.
NewUglyPeople.com.
Right?
Join us.
Even you have a chance. I might have to coin that one.
No laughing in the background, please.
We got to laugh at her on that one.
UglyPeople.com. Where even you have a chance.
No alcohol required.
Someone's going to steal that one, man. That one's gone.
Oh, I know, right? So we got another one on the list.
All right.
Number 5. This is the original Comfy.
Comfy. That sounds good.
So this is a wearable blanket.
Oh,
They
cool.
basically take one
I've
of
seen
those real thick, fluffy blankets. They turn it into a damn hoodie.
Yep.
It's awesome. Now, the shark that bid on that one was real estate entrepreneur and investor Barbara Cochran.
Oh, okay. It's a good product.
It was a lot smaller than what I figured it would have been.
Very seasonal, though.
And you know what? No, I don't think it would be seasonal. Well, maybe a little Christmassy.
Yeah.
But I mean, like women all the time at home, they want to wrap up in a blanket.
Yeah.
So this way,
How come a man can't do that? Does it make us weaker if we do
men. We don't get cold. So she bought in $50,000 for a 30% stake.
Oh, only 50? See, that's an issue with me. Someone goes on Shark Tank, asks for only $50,000. What are you doing on Shark Tank?
Well, they ask them that. They'll ask them, if you're asking for $100,000 or $100 million.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you need the money for?
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of these people...
I need the money so I can lay it home and never pay you back. Oh, okay.
What's funny is a lot of these people are going in requesting money that they don't even really need.
Yeah.
They want the partnership with them, whether it be for the notoriety, the experience, the expertise. So I would imagine that this was something that they wanted.
How much are they doing though? What's their sales? From 50,000 to what?
$150 million.
No way.
Yes, give them a little.
150 million.
$150 million.
Man, talk about some failures. Make me feel better.
Right.
Oh, here's some failures. Oh, they flopped.
I know, right? I mean, someone comes up with an idea that's a wearable blanket, and they're selling $150 million. Now, that's $150 million. That's not profit. I mean, that's gross sales. But still, that's a lot of chingling.
That is.
Yeah. So next one we got Simply Fit Board.
Simply Fit what?
Board.
Board?
Simply Fit Board.
A Simply Fit board.
Yeah. Are you bored yet?
Simply Fit.
So the product is an exercise board. Looks kind of like a skateboard.
Yeah.
It's curved up on either end.
Yeah.
And you just kind of twist.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen the commercials for it.
Yeah.
Lori Grenier did that one.
Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, Lori, I mean, love you and everything, but this is the stupidest thing I've ever saw.
I bet they sold millions.
Well, they're number 4 on the list.
300.
So, once again, you hit the nail on the head. Lori Grenier bought into it. $125,000 for a 20% stake.
Mm-hmm. How many they sell?
Let me start with this. Just 24 hours after the episode aired in 2015, the company raked in $1.25 million in sales.
In 24 hours.
In 24 hours.
They probably couldn't kick out enough boards.
Right? No joke. They're probably on back order. Yeah, so right now they're sitting at $160 million in sales.
For those little bitty, all they are is a skateboard and they flip it upside down or something.
I know, a skateboard, no wheels. But it's kind of catchy, I guess.
It is
novelty. Well, the funny thing with all the exercise stuff,
what they need to do is have a board like that and put a big guy on there like me on there.
Yeah,
dun, dun, dun.
I'd get on it and break it.
Yeah.
I know the refund.
I want my money back. Can I get it back before the first?
No joke. So we got another one here. Number 3, the Squatty Potty.
The Squatty Potty.
Yes, you see the Squatty Potty.
I've never
For
seen a
one, I
Squatty
love
Potty.
their commercials. Their commercials are
Really?
awesome. Yes.
Oh, okay. What's a Squatty Potty?
So the Squatty Potty is a little stool that you put at the bottom of your toilet, or it goes around the base.
Uh-huh.
And when you go to poo, you put your feet up on this little stool.
Why?
And it puts your hips at a better angle to allow for better flow.
So putting your like you're having a baby on
Kinda,
the toilet.
yeah, on the turlet.
So, but I got to explore this. I'm sorry, people. It's blowing my mind here. So let's say I got my redneck trailer out there, and I add the Squatty Potty to my toilet.
Yeah, you just increase the value of that trailer there, buddy.
I said, Jim, when you go in there and use the bathroom, make sure you put your feet up on the Squatty Potty. Appreciate
Exactly.
you, Sid.
Yeah, so when the Squatty Potty came out, my brother was the first one to buy one.
Your brother bought a Squatty
He
Potty?
bought one, and then he bought one for my parents as well. He loves it.
How much were they?
I think they're only like $20, something like that. They're not bad.
And for some reason, you can't just pick up your leg?
No, that's the thing. So you're supposed to have
You
that
give an
stool under there,
example?
and so this way you kind of push on it. Get a little double
How much in sales was Squatty?
Okay, so Lori Grenier bought into this Squatty Potty for $350,000 for a 10% stake. So they have a valuation of $3.5 million.
Wow, that's some serious shitty business.
Yes, it's a shitty business. So their sales are at $164 million.
That's no shit.
That's a lot of shit. Actually.
Damn, shit.
Oh man, it doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get
Squatty
better
Potty.
than that. So our next one on the list,
Come on down.
the Scrub Daddy.
Oh, Scrub Daddy.
Scrub that daddy right there.
Scrub Daddy.
So the product is a reusable super sponge in the shape of a smiley face that gets firm in cold water and soft in warm water. The
Firm in cold water and soft in warm water. I'm going to leave that
kind of
alone.
reminds you of
I'm
something.
leaving that alone.
So it's kind of nippleish, actually.
You know about the cold water, don't you? Okay, just make sure.
Yeah, just as long as everyone else knows. I was in a pool! If anybody else gets the Seinfeld reference. So the Scrub Daddy has also been lab tested to rinse clear of debris and resist odors for up to 2 months. The ergonomic shape is a design.
What's ergonomic?
Ergonomic is a design that goes with your natural movements.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes. It's designed to clean both sides of kitchen utensils at the same time.
Oh.
So it will not scratch the surfaces of because he uses like glass top stoves where you get stuff and it burns on it. He gets that stuff off without scratching the glass. Same thing with the pots.
Won't even
and
scratch
pans.
the surface.
No, and the shark that bit on that one was Lori Grenier, $200,000 for a 25% stake. Ooh.
How much?
Before Shark Tank, the company had $100,000 in sales. As of now, $209 million in sales.
You see, why can't we come up with something like that?
I know, it's something so simple, but I mean, we don't have the lab to test these things.
Like maybe, you heard of back scratchers. The testicle scratcher.
I was going to say, a back scratcher is only a back scratcher if you're scratching your back with it.
Yes. It is now the testicle scratcher.
Oh, yeah. Oh, funny stuff. But I bet if we come right back from another defunct
Oh, it is
break-
time. You're correct. It is time for another defunct commercial. This business is no longer in business. We'll be right back.
Weekend coming up, and all this great stuff at Builders Square. Anything's possible. There was a cover-up at the White House, and I was in the middle of it. Halfway there, Mr. President.
Good.
Be done long before that barbecue with the Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Allen.
Just doing my job, sir. You could save time, money, and maybe even your country. Builders Square, the warehouse, and everything for your house. This
All right, welcome back to the closing table with the money guys. Come
And the
on
Shark
in.
Tank.
Come on, you in the back row. Come on up here. Come on here. Put your mask on. All right.
It's like, you know what? I don't even get out of bed for 5%. What is
Get off my lawn.
right? So the next one on our list is number 1 spot, Bombas.
Bombas.
It is a comfortable sock.
It's a sock.
It's a sock. They're
I thought it was like, what's a La Bamba?
yeah, that was a song.
Yeah, that's not it.
Spelled different, but yeah.
No, spelled it. All right, go ahead.
So with this one, the idea of Bombas is they're really comfortable, athletic, casual socks.
Okay.
They go into design about arch support and things like that. I really don't buy that bullshit because I don't think a sock is really going to be able to support your arch all that well. But anyway, it's a nice, stylish sock. But their thing is with homeless shelters and different places that like Goodwill, one of their most requested items are socks for the homeless. So with them, every pair that you purchase, they'll donate a pair to homeless.
Well, that's what they say they're doing. Are they really doing it?
Well, if they're going to
we got a lot of homeless people walking by. Haven't seen any of them wearing that sock.
Well, they need to get someone else to buy a pair of Bombas so they can get one. No, but I mean, if they're going to make the claim, they actually have to go through with it because otherwise they can get into a litany of issues.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I thought it was really cool. It says they have donated more than 40 million items to more than 2,500 community organizations to date.
That's a lot.
So that's actually a lot of donations. So the shark that bid on that one was Mr. Damon John, founder of global hip-hop fashion brand FUBU. He bought in for $200,000 for a 17% stake.
Wow, really? Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Their sales to date, $225 million
Jesus,
in socks.
Man. In socks.
In socks.
Wow.
That's insane. That concludes our Shark Tank list today.
Man, so here's what I want. Here's what I want to take away with this.
Okay.
Creativity and ideas.
Yep.
When you're a business owner, when you're sitting home, you're accidentally through COVID or whatever, you're unemployed, and you're going, "Woe me." Mm-hmm. Man, get creative. Sometimes you got to take your mind away from all the people that are talking to you and go isolate somewhere and think. And when you come up with an idea, that's just completely stupid. Nobody's going to do that. Mm-hmm. I think that's the one that's going to make it.
I know. Well, like they say, find the problem and figure out the solution and then sell that sumbitch.
Dude, excuse me, the freaking potty thing?
Yeah.
Who would ever thought?
It's supposed to help with hemorrhoids.
Anyway, okay. I don't know.
I know the thing works. I'm not going to hate on it too much. I know when I first heard about it and I saw the commercial.
What the fuck? But my point is this. You could be the next guy or gal to come up with something unique, something different.
The next $1 million idea.
And because you heard these and you go, none of those are really out of the realms of a normal human being.
What about our other shows? We did 2 episodes about the weirdest businesses out there.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
yeah. The guy selling air?
Yeah, the guy sold air. What about the cuddle parties?
Cuddle? Who the hell wants a stranger cuddling with?
Nudicles, fake balls. Who would have figured there was a market for that?
Someone
figured it out.
And then there's cat psychologists.
There's cat psychologists.
I think your cat is going through some mental issues right now. Look at my certificate on the wall. I'm certified to tell you that's $500.
Mr. Pickles seems to be depressed.
We're not cat psychologists or dog psychologists or human psychologists.
Nor do we play one on TV.
With that being said, this is Closing Table with Money Guys. Tune in next week for some more condiments from us. We'll see you then.